I came across a drifting ship. I took a look inside. I found a note that someone wrote that said, take her for a ride. I set a course for sights unseen, went out to open sea. To my surprise, a bunch of sailors joined along with me. Now we're sailing on the mystery ship, and all the sailors here are really hip. There isn't any cost of membership. All you gotta do is join our trip. Yeah, I'm the captain of the mystery ship, and I'm a-calling all aboard this ship. I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy it up on the mystery ship. So bring a friend and come along with us aboard the mystery ship.
My dear brother Abe Sinclair is with us. How we doing out there, folks? Let me get a look at you. Let me get a look at you. There you is. The mystery ship was kind of looking like the bad guys in the old Batman television series from the 60s. You know how the television was all sideways? How you doing, other folks? It is wonderful to be back with you. It has been every bit of 7 days since my last broadcast, and I'll be happy to explain why. How are you? Let's get a gander, make sure I'm live where I'm supposed to be. Yes, it looks like we are populating over there at D Live. Wonderful to see you sailors there. Thank you for joining me. We have got folks popping in over. Ziggy from down under, even. Crazy Chuck. Wonderful folks popping in over at Pilled Foxhole. Great to see you there. As I mentioned a split second ago, it looks like we've got people sneaking in over at YouTube. Moon Bunny, great to see you, my dear. I was not ignoring you in the Quite Frankly chat, I promise. And last but not least, we've got Rumble. We are rumbling on Rumble, and it looks as though there are folks hanging out at Rumble. So good to have all of you aboard. I know that some of you could be over at Twitch, and I apologize. I still, today might have been the day. I'm trying to pick up loose ends today. And I got a lot of stuff done and took some steps in the right direction, although I didn't completely do 100% of what I wanted to do. I did manage to put a couple of chalk marks on my headboard. No, not in that way. Let's just say, let me rephrase that. I got a few things done that I have been procrastinating upon for quite some time. And I'm thrilled to be here with you. Just thrilled. All right. Now for the hellos. I'm going to go to the home of free speech in America. That is right here at Pilled Foxhole. where you can say whatever it is you want to say thanks to the mats. I love the mats. Mats, if you're ever out there, I don't think you watch my show anymore because I was pretty vocal about something once and I think I hurt some feelings. But in the meantime, Crazy Chuck with a K is with us. John Otter in the house. Q&A holes. How are you doing? Nature Ninja. What are you doing, darling? Great to see your smiling face. She has sat right on that motorcycle right over there. Wonderful to see you. Ziggy from Down Under. Beautiful. Prairie Fire in the house. Man, this is a beautiful thing. Willie Fixit is with us. Fantabulous to see people populating over there in the Build Foxhole chat. Let's see how we're doing at Rumble. We've got some numbers. They got the guns, but we got the numbers. Great to have you there. Thanks for being with us over on the Mystery Ship. How about on YouTube? Denise is with us. John Otter is over there. M1911 Zoom in the house. Zoom. Moon Buddy is with us. And if I'm not mistaken, Norma Williams is in the house. Good to see you, Norma. Abe Sinclair is probably lurking and listening. I chatted with Abe today. A huge help. Huge help. And a great fellow. And a dear friend. Well, over here at D Live, no shortage of sailors there. The beautiful people are pouring in. Wait a minute. Gina Mello. Good to see you over there at YouTube. How is it going, darling? Thanks for being there. Val Kimber is in the house. But Val, I hope you are doing all right, man. I hope that you and your mom are both healing up. I really do. Spudley, always a pleasure to have the Spud in the house. Syllabore, what is going down? Syllabore, I was just talking with people at my work about contacting you about future door orders because we're about up to here with our current provider. And I said, I got your guy. I got your freaking guy. Bad Zoot. Kate, what are you doing? The Our Gang salute. Good to see you. Sheeple. I can even go there and say how the fake bidding of the... Well, yes, you could go there and say that, Sheeple. You could say that. Loud and clear. Loud and proud, too. Amethyst Cat is in the house. Miss Kitty, it has been a minute. I hope you're doing well. I really do. Wonderful to see your smiling face. John Rogers is with us. Wow, this is really special. Cosmic Grandpa in the house. Cosmo, how are you doing, man? How's the clock business? It's almost Christmas. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. You know I am. Okay. No viewers on Twitch. Well, thank you, Mad Pogue. Thank you kindly. Good to see you. Always good to see you. All right. Well, that about wraps up our hellos. Maybe I can do some splain. Splain, Lucy. Splain. So wait a minute. Talk about splaining, okay? Now, the last I heard, Sheeple Beware and Amethyst Cat got to know each other. So why is it in the chat every night they are saying things like, purr, my kitty, and purr, my sheepdog? Do you guys not see each... Are you watching the show in separate rooms? Is that what you're doing? Inquiring minds want to know. It is wonderful to have both of you here. I really mean it. I emailed you earlier. I actually promised to have the clocks done for Christmas. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Here's to Christmas 2025. If you include another thing of that Bach beer... No, I'm kidding. Kidding. Do you see those velvet bags up there? Where are they? Right? This is one of my pride and joy things to display, Cosmac. I have both of them from the beers you sent me 2 years running. They were, in fact, delicious. Oh, boy. So where has your friend ZOSO dude been for the last week? You're probably wondering. I'm just teasing, Cosmac. Just teasing, baby. Where has your brother Zoe been for the last freaking week? Well, let me see if I can explain. Have a gander at this. This is my newest motorcycle. This is my newest cycle. Honey, I'm home. This is how I have to get around now. So yes, that's where I'm at, folks. I think I may have mentioned to you a couple of weeks ago. It was Labor Day. And I'm management, so I have the day off. I strolled into the office with a folder underneath my arm of all my weekly expenses. I went there solely to drop the package off and go home and enjoy the rest of my Labor Day, because I get paid. I get paid to have the day off on Labor Day. One of the joys of being management and working 75 hours a week is you get a couple of perks now and then throughout the year. While I was in the office dropping off my paperwork, first thing in the morning, I ran into the labor manager, and he said, "Dude, what are you doing today? Could you help me out? School starts tomorrow, and we are finishing up a school in Talent right down the street from your house. I need some help. I've got 11 doors I need hung and 11 doorknobs and closers put on. Could you go down there and do it?" So I volunteered. I showed up about 45 minutes later with all my tools tucked into my Harley. During the course of the day while I was working, I sprained my ankle on an uneven floor. There was a floor that needed its concrete poured back in, and they didn't. Normally we would have like cones and caution tape and some kind of protection there. At this late stage of the game, they just left it wide open, and I was walking through that hallway. I think I had some hinges in my hand or something. I was looking at a door, whatever. As I was walking through, I wasn't paying attention to my footing, and I stepped half on and half off the concrete and folded, just absolutely folded my ankle underneath me. Of course, I went down in a pile, and I lay there rolling around on the ground for a minute. I knew I had sprained my ankle. And the young kid who was my assistant, the kid who was carrying the heavy doors for me and doing the heavy lifting, reaches out. He goes, "Here, let me help you up." I said, "No, man, give me a minute. Just give me a minute." So I laid there for about 2-3 minutes, let the pain subside and kind of get my bearings, figure out what the hell is going on with me. And I eventually stood up and kind of gingerly walked around a little bit. I knew I sprained it. It hurt. But this was our only day to hang those doors, so I worked 8 hours and got up in ladders and all kinds of stuff and worked the whole rest of the day. Next morning, of course, I wake up, and my ankle is about this big around and a little purple. And I'm thinking to myself, son of a bitch, all right, you sprained your ankle. Well, 3 days goes by, 4 days goes by. The swelling subsided greatly. But the pain didn't necessarily go away. And I was a little kind of scratching my head like, son of a bitch, you know, I know I'm getting older. But normally I bounce back from stuff like this. So, you know, for the next 2 weeks, I'm doing what I do. They sent me out to a different project and had me clean up. There was a project that was almost at turnover. It was within 2 weeks of turnover. All we needed was to do a handful of checklist items on the punch list and get our certificate of occupancy from the county inspectors. So they sent me in to clean up the mess. And for 2 weeks, I'm walking around on this foot, and I'm saying to myself, "Oh, this freaking thing is killing me. What the hell is going on?" All the kratom and all the, naproxen, it just wasn't cutting the mustard. So Finally, after 2 weeks, Mrs. Zoe looks at me. She goes, I'm tired of hearing you grumble and groan, and everything you do is. She goes, go to the damn doctor. So I called my office manager and I said, hey, I hate to do this, especially 2 weeks after the fact, but remember when that sprain? Man, there must be something funny because it sure doesn't feel right. It hurts more today than it did the day I did it. So he says, go on in. I worked all day, and then I went into the one of those, immediate care facilities, and they looked at me and said, all right, x-rays. So they took 5 x-rays, and the doctor comes in. He goes, yeah, you're saying that it still hurts, and it hurts on the top, and it hurts on the bottom. I said, yeah. He goes, well, you broke it in 2 places, and that's because you've got 2 little pieces of bone floating, one on the top of your foot and one on the side by your ankle, and these things get in between the other bones and pinch nerves and all of that stuff. So it's no wonder it hurts. You're walking around on a broken foot. So here I am. Here I am with a boot. The old boot. Yeah. No motorcycle riding for this kid right now. A little bit of a pain in the ass. Man, I'm getting used to it, but I am not supposed to walk on it, period. Not supposed to put any weight on it for like 4 to 6 weeks. They're going to see me again the first week of October. I will admit to being a little bit of a bad patient. I was on crutches for the first 4 days, and crutches suck, okay? Crutches really suck, especially when you are trying to traverse an enormous job site. And the job I was on was an enormous job site. So I'm like, man, I've seen those people driving around on them little scooter things. I got to go find one. So I did. I called around. I kind of hoped I would get one for free. Not so easy. I called around to some of the secondhand. We have this little place in Oregon called a Restore. It is a Habitat for Humanity, and people turn in their old walkers and their old crutches, their old wheelchairs, and you can buy them for a fraction of their regular cost. So I thought maybe I'd get lucky, and I look like a Democrat with that boot. Thank you kindly, John. Thank you. Yeah, broke it in 2 places, Spaz. Can't believe it. It kind of sucks. Really, it is moderately painful. I will say that the last 2-3 days that I have been staying off of it, the pain is subsiding. I'm definitely sleeping now, but I don't sleep with the boot on. So there's that. There's that. I'm coming along. I'll be all right. I'm a big boy. Yeah, if I can walk around on a broken foot for 2 weeks, I can certainly make it through a month of, month of hanging around. Look at this. We've got some new faces hanging out over there at YouTube. Let me say hello to these people. Greatest Carpenter, B-Chap. Well, welcome aboard. I am a carpenter myself. I'd like to think I'm a world-class carpenter. So it's great to have you aboard. Welcome, my friend. Pleasure to be here. Next time you say something, you're going to be tangled up in blue. So good to see you, my friend. Great to have you aboard. Phil Brad, how are you doing, my friend? Great to have you with us. Denise, I think I said hello. Good to see you. So there's that, okay? Thank God I have that little scooter thing to, scoot me around. And I will say this is no shit. You put your knee on that thing and you let the boot hang off of the end, and then you use the other foot to pedal along. I can get around faster on that little boot scoot than I can get along faster on that little boot scoot than I do on my 2 good legs. So I was joking. We We had a company-wide superintendent meeting last night, and when I came rolling in on that thing, of course, everybody started laughing, or not laughing, but just poking fun at me. Dude, what's going on with you now? Jesus, is this always something with you? Yeah, it's always something with me. Anyway, they all had their good laugh. And I said, I'll tell you what, folks, I think we should buy 50 of these things and hand them out to everybody because seriously, I do. I get around the job site faster on that little scooter than I do on my two good legs. Boot scoot, lives matter. Cab 7 Ben, how are you doing, my friend? Great to see you. Cab, are you just sneaking in? Lynn Winters, good to see you. Syllabore in the house. Thanks all you guys for your seriously, your amazing support of this program. Cab 7 Ben, my friend, in case you missed it, I broke my foot. I'm running around with a freaking running around with a boot on. So I got myself those little scooters that you kneel on, Ben, and you use your other foot to pedal. So that's my boot scoot. My boot scoot. And when I say boot scoot, folks, it reminds me of my dear brother, the Texan. Now, normally on Friday nights, I don't know if you know this or not, but normally on Friday nights, I am one half of a team. My dear brother, the Texan, and I typically do a video show together on Friday nights over exclusively at Pilled Foxhole. My brother, the Texan, our friend, the Texan, folks, please do me a favor. Keep him in your prayer. And I want to tell you, he asked me not to say anything. So I kind of feel lousy. In letting the cat out of the bag, but he's a dear brother of mine. He's not just some freaking guy I know. He is the Texan is the real deal. And he's been going through hell with his health the last 3-4 months. He's been in and out of the hospital several times. He just had 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, he had surgery on his heart. You know those stents, those little, when you have a clogged artery, they go in arthroscopically. They go in through your femoral artery down in your leg, and they go all the way in. They clear the blockage, and they stick this little piece of, I don't know, it's some kind of aerospace tubing to prevent blockage in the future. And he currently has 18 of them in his body. Coming up on October 2nd, he will be going back into the hospital for 2 more. 2 more. So I ask, would you please keep our dear brother, the Texan, in your prayers? Pray that his surgery goes well. He called me last night. He goes, so I got to tell you, man, I'm just not feeling good. And you know what it takes for me to ask us to not do a show. I go, really? And he said, yeah, I don't feel up to it. So he's probably going to be ticked at me for letting the cat out of the bag. But, keep our dear brother, the Texan, in your prayers, if you would. He's just a great human being. He and I, we met up finally in Dallas, Texas, along with Victoria with a Y, another sweetheart gal, one of our wonderful Foxhole family. And Texan is as good as they get. And while we're mentioning people who are in need of prayer, I'd like you to continue to pray for Willie Fixit's wife, Hannah Michelle. She was in the hospital exactly a week ago tonight. The doctors thought she had a brain bleed. Then she went through a myriad of testing. CAT scans of her brain, et cetera, et cetera. They told her, no, you don't have a brain bleed. And then she no sooner gets home, and it turns out she had a brain bleed. So she is reviewing her CAT scan and doing her own research at home. Very, very intelligent woman. You know how I better just leave well enough alone. Hannah Michelle is upper 3%, okay? the SAT score of a perfect 1600. That kind of woman, just a brainiac, a brainiac's brainiac. Very interesting woman. She worked on the Blackbird project for the United States. Pictures of her in her house with George Bush and things of that nature. Very, very knowledgeable woman. So please keep her in your prayers, would you? While we're talking about people who need prayers, our dear brother, the Batman, is still healing up from his the vertebrae in his neck. He got more metal plates and screws put in his neck. Please keep Batman in your prayers. And last but not least, my brother-in-law, Paula's sister, her middle sister, Twyla, is going out with a wonderful man. His name is Guy, and he is just a top-notch dude. Does some work around the house here. He had a quadruple bypass today. So please, keep Guy in your prayers that he heals perfectly. Heals perfectly. And if you want to, oh boy, come on. Stop. If you want to, I want you to if you want to, I want you to think about praying for your brother Zoe, would you? Would you? Just pray that my foot heals quickly. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I just want to be good as new as soon as possible. I've gotten some wonderful wishes and some wonderful texts. You know who I ran into last night? I love this. I love being in the chat of other live shows that I'm watching. And I ran into CB's daughter last night. We love CB around here. And I've got a little something of hers I'd like to play a little later. She's a sweetheart. When my show was a fledgling show, when I had 6 people watching me on YouTube, and YouTube was the only place that I used to broadcast, CB was my number 1 mod, and a lovely, lovely girl at that. I just missed meeting her this summer by like a couple hundred miles, a couple of hours. If I wasn't committed to being in the other end of Missouri, Kansas City, because I had an appointment the next morning to get my tires put on my Harley, I would have gone to see her. I just missed her by the fuzz on my chin. By the fuzz on my chin. Now, speaking about the fuzz on my chin, folks, I don't know if those of you who watched the Quite Frankly program this evening, if you watched the Quite Frankly program this evening, would you put an X in the chat? I want to see if you did. If you watched Quite Frankly this evening, put an X in the chat. Somewhere here. Somewhere. Damn it. Where is it? Do I not have it? There it is. There it is. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so those of you, many of you watched the Quite Frankly program tonight. Wow. Hey, that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. If you are not already a viewer of the Quite Frankly program, my goodness, what are you doing with your life? It's the best podcast on the net, man. Best podcast on the net. Holy Hannah, a whole bunches of you watched Quite Frankly tonight. Well, as you guys know, wait, Crazy Chuck says, ZOSO, scroll up. Oh, yeah, Batman was interviewed on RBSN tonight at the Trump rally. Isn't that freaking great? Yes. Batman won't wear his brace. Holler at him. I will holler at him. That son of a... If I can wear my stupid boot, then he can wear his safety net. I love that sticker. Let's go, baby. Get this show rolling, Zoe. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, As you guys know, a couple weeks ago, one of the last broadcasts that I did, all of us together as a collective, we tie-dyed a birthday dress for Aurora. I know that just about everybody in this chat tonight was there. If you weren't there, I'm going to show it to you now. This is how it came out. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was beautiful. It was the cutest little dress for a 4-year-old girl with a cute little heart on it. I mean, we did great, and I really want to thank you guys, because I had my own kind of ideas for a color scheme, and you guys talked me right out of it, and you talked me into this one, and I sent a picture to Frank, and he loved it. He loved it. So I said, Frank, I wanted to have it there on her birthday. I was going to FedEx it so it would actually get there on her birthday. He said, no, man, don't spend that kind of money just to get it. He goes, just send it. It'll send it to the P.O. box. It'll get here. Everything will be great. And I'm like, he's right. He's right. So I took it, and I do what I always do with all the tie-dye shirts. I put it in the washer, and I gave it a double wash to get all of the ink out. And then I dry it with, Downy so that it's soft and fluffy and perfect. And then I stick these things in envelopes, and I mail them out to you guys so that they're ready to wear out of the package. You don't have to wash my tie-dye shirts when they arrive in your mailbox. Just put them on, okay? I at least do that for you. Folks, I was absolutely heartbroken when I pulled this cute little dress out of the washer. All you can see is the remnants. All you can see is the remnants of where the color once was. You see the little heart? Now, I may be able to tie-dye this. I think I'm that capable. But it just absolutely broke my freaking heart. It came out great. It came out great. You should have seen my face. If I had a video recorder and you saw me open up the washing machine and reach in and pull that thing out, at first I thought it was a pillowcase. And then I look again, and no. I was just devastated. Devastated. But one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to fix it this weekend, or I'm going to buy a new one and do it again. But let me tell you what the real kick in the butt is. Let me tell you what the real kick in the butt is. 2 years ago, when Aurora turned 2 years old, I bought 2 cute little white dresses. Cotton, 100% cotton, 100% made in America, exactly like that dress. And when I tie-dyed them, because they were much, much smaller, the little heart was much harder to do. I mean, the heart was only like this big. So I tried the first one, and I screwed it up. And I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. I got a second one. I tried the second one, and I screwed that up too. So I was really dejected. It just broke my heart. So, a year goes by, 2 years. Now she's 4 years old, and I'm thinking, okay, now the kid's bigger. And look at that. Look at that. This came out great. Where's my freaking cursor? Where's my cursor? One more time. Look at this thing. Did that not come out good? I'm serious. I'm dead freaking serious. That came out great. Ah. Damn it. When life hands you lemons, You make lemonade. And I poured myself a great big glass of it. I'm so happy to have you guys aboard. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Thank you to everyone who is making donations. I see you out there. Cab 7 Ben and Gloria Paddock and Syllabore, thank you. Thank you ever so much for your support of this program. Without you, I don't know where I would be. Due diligence, thank you, my brother. You are one in a million. Love that man. Freaking love that man. Who did I just see that I didn't say hello to? Jayla17. She says, "Oh no, Zoe." I know, kid. I know. It was beautiful, wasn't it? I mean, it really was nice. So, what the hey? What the hey? We will be back immediately following this bit of videotape. See you on the other side. See you on the other side.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of the 1975 Lincoln Continental. Created in a time when America's unrivaled car culture, which had dominated the globe for over 60 years, was just coming to a close, the Continental was a giant middle finger at the world that was now looking to save gas by bringing in imported cars promising 30-plus miles per gallon. With its boxed shape, laughing at the laws of aerodynamics, it lumbered through the atmosphere, requiring unbridled amounts of horsepower, averaging a mere 9 to 10 miles per gallon, that is, if it was going downhill with a tailwind. The most luxurious of all the Continentals was, of course, the White Privilege Edition, which boasted a 460 cubic inch mill blasting out an amazing 365 horsepower. It was the very height of American luxury for its time. With a top speed of 125 miles per hour, the 6,669-pound vehicle required disc brakes at all four wheels just to slow it down, a feature only seen on Ferraris and Jags of the day. Its creature comforts included things like opera windows, reading lights for every passenger, cigarette lighters in every corner of the vehicle, and a powered antenna for the radio that included the very latest innovation at the time, a cassette tape player. The dash, with its resplendent sumptuosity, featured real imitation burl wood. The driver could adjust both side mirrors right from the command console. With its four-note horn barking at passers-by, observers would merely stare at the rolling opulence of the White Privilege Edition as it went by, literally wishing that someday its utter lavishness could someday be their very own. The truth of the matter is, not everybody can afford to drive one of these. You know, at 10 miles a gallon, gas approaching $5 a gallon, it's just not for everybody. You have to be kind of a arrogant prick to drive one of these. And I fit the bill. One thing's for sure, you sure don't see a whole lot of them on the road.
I love my Lincoln Continental. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Not for the world. All right. So I see CB's daughter has snuck in. You like that one, I bitch slap Satan? Great to see you, Erica. How are you doing? Hellos to you and hubby. I have your shirts packaged, ready to mail. I have them packaged and ready to mail. Chuck Jackson, how you doing? Good to have you aboard. Do I even need to say this, people? I mean, I had a problem, 4 or 5 months ago where I offended someone. That break right there is ZOSO Dude's attempt at humor, okay? It's an attempt at humor. You know me. You've known me for almost 4 years now. I'm coming up on 4 years of broadcasting. In fact, I just surpassed 4 years of broadcasting since my first broadcast on YouTube back in 2020. There isn't a prejudiced bone in my body. You know that about me. I'm just Brother Zoe. Okay? Anything you see on this program is intended to make you laugh. And please don't take offense to anything that I do. I really wish you wouldn't. Okay, now I'm so happy because I recently changed my video. Does my video look different tonight? Do I look less glowing? Hang on, give me a second. You know, all those years that I would try to, like when I would try to show you a picture on my phone. I would try to show you guys a picture on my phone. Let's just do it. Let's just pick a picture and just, it doesn't matter what picture it is. I'll just try and show you a picture on my phone. So previously, when I would do this, you couldn't see it. And the reason you couldn't see the picture is because I had 5 white glowing screens blaring in my face, and it would reflect on the glass of the screen. And therefore, what it would do is make it impossible to see what I was trying to show you. But now, I've put all my screens in dark mode, so the reflectivity is next to 0. And look at this. Look at this beautiful picture. There she is. ZOSO's first crush. Yep. That's Grace Slick at about 29 years old. I was an 8-year-old boy with a crush on a 29-year-old woman. It's strange how that happens. Anyway, I'm tickled pink. I'm starting slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, I am starting to get my act together. So I'm about to put a new ticker across the bottom of my screen. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. There it is. There it is. Okay. I want to see if you can read it on your screen, because I know a great many of you watch the program from your cell phones. Many of you watch the show from your cell phones. Let me go to, let's pick a channel. Let's go to D Live. Let's go to D Live and see how good it looks over there. My channel. There it is. So if I was somebody watching at home, let's go to D Live and see how good it's a little low. I mean, it's a little small, but I bet so it is a little small on your screen, but if you turn your phone sideways, the number is big enough to see. Can you see that? All right. I'm going to do one other thing just to make it easy for you. Why not? Why not? Okay. There it is. There it is. All right. Now there's no excuse. Now there is no excuse for not being able to see the phone number. That, folks. Oh, yes, there is. There's a stupid bug. I forgot about the mystery ship watermark. I forgot about the mystery ship watermark. That, folks, is the new and permanent. That is the new permanent mystery ship phone number. Look at this. We have an incoming call. We have an incoming call right now. I invite you to call in and talk about anything you want tonight. Even this fellow right here. Willie, can you hear me?
Hey.
There you
Class
is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, is your brain bleeding? I don't know. My brain bleeding? I don't know. No, it's not. Everything is okay. Oh, no. Now your brain's bleeding. We're sending you somewhere else. Okay, no, it ain't brain bleeding. You know how serious a brain bleed is? Holy fucking shit.
Dude, it can kill you. It
Like
can.
I said, I'm fucking freaked out. Good thing I had my buddy EMT guy go down there because I would have been in jail. I'm telling you, Frank said he didn't have enough thing to talk to. I'm just black, gay, and disabled or something. You know what I mean? But what the fuck, man? I'm glad your ankle got a scooter, man. That's good.
You like that little thing?
Oh, yeah, I seen that. That is hot shit, man.
Willie, I am telling you, I get it.
You are no joke, man. I like that.
I can do 20 miles an hour going around the job site right now, man.
Oh, I'm saying, you probably got better, right? I'm trying to figure out how to get that tranny fixed for you. Your Lincoln there.
My Lincoln?
So
Yeah.
you can go maybe get like the cop car tranny with the OD, man. I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, I haven't put a big figure on it.
Willie,
yet,
can
but,
you
I mean,
can you
there's a
research
thing
that?
for
Willie, can you research that and see
I'm
if I can?
thinking there might be a bolt-on junkyard something or other, and just bolt one in. But I mean, it's a big thing, and whatever. However, but I mean, the one you got is good. But
It's a damn fine
I
one.
would love to see you have an overdrive.
Oh, yeah.
So you get 8 miles on a gallon instead of 5. But I mean, I'm sure it'd be even better. But yeah, there's a thing about that. I want to look into that. But yeah, I got transmission guys and this and that. But see, because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm a fixed guy, right? And when you're in the hospital, right, with the stuff where you're in, right, and all of a sudden there's no doctors, there's providers.
Yeah.
It's this new fucking thing. Now, this is new. I've been in the hospital. You too, maybe. Whatever. Maybe you haven't been in lately. But now all of a sudden, you don't get a doctor. You get a provider. Right? And you know what a provider is? An APRN or something. Well, what the fuck is an APRN? Oh, I'm almost a doctor, but I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck, man? And you're so busy and shit. And then you get the doctor, right? I got the doctor for the wife, right?
Yeah.
And I seen the doctor, right, that seen for my wife, right? And he says, okay, I'm going to order this and that. I already seen 22 people. I seen the guy for like 3 fucking minutes. Longer, less time than I'm talking to you on the phone right now, right? He comes in and says, oh, okay, this, that, blah, 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 blah. He does this. He does, a couple of light bulb things or whatever, plays with their hands up, down, touch your nose, whatever, right? And he says, okay, you write something on the thing, and I'll be back. Gone. And this was the day before the other day, right? And they never see him again, right? But he was the guy that's supposed to be the guy, right? And he's some kind of fucking, who the fuck knows he is, the neurologist guy or the neurosurgeon guy that only has a second to jump into emergency room after he already did 22 patients somewhere else.
Right.
The fucking medical system in America is fucked the fuck up.
Oh, dude, it is beyond belief. I just went
am,
through it.
Beside myself with this, and it's been, I'm surprised I ain't in the hospital from the fucking, what do you call it? The adrenaline I've been up and down from is insane. But I, bit my tongue. I think I got 3 tongues now. That's why I'm fucking talking funny.
Willie, share with us tonight. How is Hannah Michelle doing?
She had, we don't know exactly 100%, but she had everything fucked up.
I mean, she is home, right?
Super sugar, something might have been a super sugar, hypoglycemia, something, right? But there's brain bleed evidence and shit that nobody knows about. And then they go through the telephone game and they send us to another hospital hours away, and they don't know nothing about going on because the other people telling shit, this and that. But she definitely had an episode, no question. Fell down, slurry words, twitch in face, everything like the stroke not taken care of. Yeah, I gave her a little one, a couple of them little baby aspirins right away.
Right.
Because, that's what I've always heard. And what the fuck do I know about nothing? But I remember that from stuff. You're always supposed to have an aspirin if you have a stroke, or you think of a stroke, it can help shit. And that might help, might not help. I don't know. But whatever.
She is home,
shit
right?
in the brain
She is at home.
Way around, and nobody can tell me when it happened, and I don't even know how to even say nothing. But, I mean, I know slurring words and fucked up shit and this and that, and now she's better, and now she's pissed. And you don't want to get pissed at my wife, because she'll fucking rip you upside down each way sideways. So she's a smart sound gun,
Absolutely.
So, where are we going now? We're going to 100 more doctors for 100 more things. I haven't even got the bills for the things yet. I could imagine it's like 200 fucking grand or some bullshit. I'm just going to go, fuck you, bankrupt, because it'll be insane asylum shit, and they didn't even do shit right way around. But it was like, I don't know, she had it all started with an ear infection and went to, brain bleed or something, and shipped her to another hospital as an emergency. But when I left her from the place, it wasn't that.
Dude,
it's
been, Willie, it's been a week.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's so crazy.
Willie, it's been a full week since, you called me last Friday night.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital. You were distraught. You were like, you didn't know. It really warmed me that of all the people you could have called, you called me and like, Zoe, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, Willie, keep it cool, baby. Pray.
We prayed, and it helped, and we got her out. We did the right way shit around. I got her out of this stupid hospital because that one hospital sent her to way too far away. And I've got the MRI today, or the CDs or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you have to be your own person on this shit. You showed up to me after the hospital. That's why I called you.
You got to do.
I'm like, how the fuck do I know you? I know you only 2 years, a couple of minutes on the internet, right? But you're my best friend. So, whatever. I don't even get that. But
we freaking love you, Willie. Fix it.
The system is fucked up. And it's fucked up, right? Because these non-doctors are telling us shit. They call them providers. They're not. They're APRNs or something, and everybody tells you it's a provider. I says, I want to see a doctor. I want to see it, whatever. It doesn't even fucking
Willie,
matter anymore.
do me a favor and just please give Hannah Michelle our best. We will continue to pray for her.
I'm ranting, but I need to get a rant off, okay?
We love you around here, Willie.
Hey, just keep saying prayers, and we'll get it fixed. And
very good.
It's still fucked up, and we don't know what happened yet. And
give
we're
her
trying to figure it out. And
give her a giant.
Like to fix shit, you know what I mean?
Give her a giant mystery ship hug, buddy.
All right, love you, man.
Thank
you.
We'll see.
Right, sorry, I didn't mean to call on that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but we'll get her right, man. Yeah, get the prayers out there, and we'll get it fixed. She's tearing into shit, and her brain ain't 100% right now, and she's trying to figure everything out. And so we got the picture of her brain on the computer right now. She got the CDs from what they did. It's amazing. My girl ain't no joke.
No, she's a
all
real
right,
deal.
I love you, man.
See you,
Thank
buddy.
you. Prayers. All right. I hope your leg gets better.
Thanks. That's our dear brother, Willie Fix It, right there. 1 in a million.
Will be answered. Calls will not.
Okay, so that little beeping sound that you heard, people, I apologize. I called up Spectrum, and I read them the riot act saying, you guys are all messed up. You're ruining my show. Right in the middle of the call, I get a bunch of beeps. Well, it turns out it's actually me. It's this VTech phone of mine. I need to turn off the answering machine, and I can't find the little book, so I got to figure out how to do it. We have due diligence on the line. Double D, how are you doing, my friend?
Hey, ZOSO dude, it's great to see you back on the air.
It's been a week, man. Can you believe it? Holy hell!
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, man. Last Wednesday night and last Sunday night, dude, my foot hurt so damn bad. I just wasn't able to do a show and at least be presentable. I was a mess. So.
Don't worry about it.
How-
I got you. I went live tonight about 6:30 our time,
Yeah.
and I got you playing right now on the live stream, and we got lucky. I got through.
Well, man. How's everything in your world, man? How did the wedding go?
Oh, my stepdaughter's wedding. Oh, my gosh. It was so amazing.
You know, I'm hearing a bit of the stream in the background. Is there a chance you could?
Yeah, I gotta knock down the volume just
Okay.
a tiny little bit. But I got you playing live right now.
Okay, I
on
got
my
you.
end. So, but all my viewers are watching as well. They're seeing that I'm talking with you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
that's why when I get to do that can, I said have a grub on me, and I'm simulcasting.
Oh, that's
same
odd.
time.
We're double dipping around here. They don't call you Double D for nothing.
Hey, you got that right.
Hey, so the wedding was good, man?
Oh, the wedding was amazing.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful.
The best part about the wedding was it was a combination of Catholic and Jewish.
Wow.
And yeah, they did the whole thing of reading off the vows and everything else like that. And then on the Jewish side, the glass breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And my oldest daughter, she just jumped up after they broke it, and they completely broke the glass. She immediately jumped out and says, "Mazel tov!" And it was beautiful.
Congratulations, brother.
Oh, granted, I did get blamed for everything that went wrong, and then now my wife is starting to figure out that it wasn't Bree that did all that. But I will definitely shoot you the link to see all the pictures and stuff like that.
That'd be great.
Because I did broadcast them that very next Sunday. It was a beautiful wedding. I mean, oh boy, but there was a lot of rough stuff that happened.
You know, you're going to have a little bit of that, but hey, dude, congratulations, man. It's a big step in your life. For those of you who may not remember, it was like just maybe a week, 10 days ago. Actually, the last time I broadcast, which was over a week ago, our dear brother Floyd called in and said his mother-in-law was in town, and they had an upcoming wedding, and you know, he was putting on the dog for the whole show, and I'm really happy for you, man. Very special, wonderful memories, and I'm glad it went good. And it looks like the weather was pretty good up that way.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Up there on Camino Island, it was absolutely amazing. And then, as you know, all the negative energy came to me because I found out like an hour and a half before we were supposed to leave that entire area, and all the negative energy, I took it all and just did everything I could to make sure that everything that we brought up there was taken out, was torn down, taken out, freaking dismantled, whatever.
Fantastic.
And by the time we left there was only 15 minutes left before the 10 o'clock hour, before we got charged for another full day. And and my wife, she couldn't believe, because 1 minute, the whole, what we call the chupa, or the stand that both my new son-in-law and my daughter were standing in, everybody wanted to take pictures inside of it. And it was like, okay, why? Let me go change out. Let me go do what I got to do, because I need to get rid of this negative energy. And I got 15 minutes is all it took me. It took 3 hours to put the doggone thing on.
Well, brother, I'm just glad that it all went according to plan. And it's funny, with that morning, I remember I looked out at the clouds and I checked the weather. I'm like, good for him, man. Good for him. God blessed him with a beautiful day.
I was, honestly, I'll be absolutely honest with you, ZOSO. I was trying to convince everybody here in the family to send you and your wife an invitation. But because it was only my wife that knew who you were,
You're right.
the rest of the family said no. So,
brother, with my broken foot and all, I'd had a hard time dancing, man.
no worries about that. I didn't even bother dancing. I was just tearing everything down and just getting it packed up and ready to go.
Oh.
So,
Brother, we love you lots around here, man. Double D, my friends. Due diligence. Our friend Floyd.
much love, brother.
Great to talk to you, friend.
All right, take care.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
You too.
Well, that is special. That is special. My friend Floyd sends his stepdaughter out into the world, married with a great future ahead. That is fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful news. I'm happy for him. Well, we have got a caller. We've got a caller from the 559 area code. Welcome aboard the mystery ship. Who do we have on the line?
Hello.
I've got you loud and clear, my friend.
Yay! And I turned off the stream.
Okay.
Of course, I can't tell what I really did or not because your head is moving around and your mouth is moving.
This is
Okay,
Lynn, is it
first of
not?
all, yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I thought I recognized that area
And
code.
depending on what platform, because they make me pick a new. I can hear myself talking.
I do hear a stream in the background somewhere.
But I've got it off. Okay, is that better?
Oh, much better. Much better.
Okay, cool.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, so many things I could talk about. And it says talk about anything. So, First of all, I dare us to make a prayer list that is so short because there's like 2 names on it only that don't absolutely need prayer.
Yeah.
So the prayer list is really long. So I'm trying to think how to create it myself to say in the right verbiage when I'm praying. I don't ask for stuff, and I don't want stuff. I receive it, and I receive it in the successful way that I intend for it to be. For example, I have a friend. Well, my grandson's good friend on Monday is having back surgery. So I'm praying for him in a different way than I pray for. The way I pray is,
what is
thank
his
you
name?
That the answer is already there.
What is his name?
Everybody that was in his room was successful, connected with the higher up, with the inner being, connected with the divine, and that everybody walked into that room with a wellness expert. And there's so much stuff has happened between everybody in the chat on all the platforms, all the big stuff that's going on. Oh my gosh, Willie Dixon's wife. Oh my gosh. And you. Every other time that something gets missed, I'm thinking like, well, he's just tired. And I heard that you were just tired. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of cool that he's just tired. But no, you broke your foot?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how many parts of your body have you not broken now? Or mangled in some way.
It may be easier to say what I haven't versus what I.
Just like it's easier to say who not to pray for, and then why wouldn't we? We pray for them anyway.
I hear you, darling. I hear you.
I just want to say, I'm starting to freak out about how many things are. I don't know. It's part of it. It's part of the unraveling. It's part of the revealing. Then all the negativity is being revealed, and it's attacking everybody in different ways. So just wanted to say 2 things. Watch your words. Watch what you say after I am.
Yes.
And watch what you say after you say I take. Because if you're going to take it, then what are you going to do with it after you took it? Don't take offense. You have the option of taking it or not taking it, so don't even pick it up. Don't be offended, or why? You've just made yourself offense. So you have the option of being offended or not, or taking offense or not. So I choose to not. And first of all, the things that we keep seeing show up that offended somebody, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How thin is somebody's skin? And then that makes me want to be PO'd. Like, okay, don't be that way. Then
I hear you, darling. I have never intentionally tried to get under anyone's skin or hurt anyone's skin.
We all know that about you. So then that's the other thing that's aggravating. Now, about the medical practice. I'm a chiropractor's daughter. I don't know if you know all the stuff that I know about medical stuff that I know more than the doctors that have ever been anywhere around me do. But they have created a hypochondria nation, a hypochondria society, because they want to keep us sick. They want to keep us thinking that we don't know our own bodies and our own connection with the inner, and we do. Our bodies have innate intelligence to heal themselves.
Yeah.
So they want us to be, and there's a difference between I understand and I understand. So I don't say I understand anymore. And they say, do you understand? I'm like, no. If you want to ask me in some other way,
Yes.
I can either understand or you can use different words. I do not understand. I do not stand under you.
Exactly right. Most people don't
how-
know the meaning of understand.
Yes. And the thing is that there's so many opportunities now, in the last 4 years especially, that we could have pressed medical malpractice. Oh, my gosh. I could have done it 90 times already myself, and I'm hardly ever in the hospital. And while I'm there, I'm preaching to them, usually about vaccines or masks or something stupid like that.
Good for you.
So
Good
all I wanted to
for
say was all
you.
that insignificant stuff that means absolutely nothing other than my brain is spinning with how many people we need to be praying for.
Right.
And I don't like it. I don't like to use the word hate, so I'm going to say I don't like it when we say, oh, well, all we can do is pray. No, let's say this instead. What we can do is pray, because God has already won. Love has already won.
Amen.
And God is love, and love is God. And that's all I wanted to say.
I'm so glad you called, my dear. Always a pleasure to have you aboard.
And I'm so sad about the dress, too.
Oh, you know what?
It was so beautiful.
It will be fine. There's a special additive that I normally, under normal pretenses, before I tie-dye anything, I put this additive into the water. And the dresses or the shirts soak in it for a minimum of 1 hour, okay? That night that we did those 3 shirts, I just simply got them wet and threw the color on them. And the thing about this additive is it allows the color to burrow into the gives it staying power. And I thought I was going to be okay, but that dress is actually extremely high quality. That was not an inexpensive dress. What an Egyptian cotton top. I mean, if we're going to send Aurora a present, it's going to be the best damn thing we can get. Made in America, out of Egyptian cotton. It's as good as it gets. It is so soft. This is so ridiculously soft. That little girl's going to love it. We'll get it right. We will get it right.
And when it gets there again, then I want Frank to redo that dancing. Break.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I just in a birthday dress.
more than anything in the world, on Monday nights when he's at home, he broadcasts from his home studios on Monday, and she always sneaks in the background. I'm dying for her to be wearing her mystery ship dress. So from all of us, so it'll happen. It'll happen.
Okay.
Love you, sister.
Okay, so take care.
Thank you, darling.
Don't break anything else while you're healing.
I won't.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
I'm going to put the phone on hold for just a second, folks. Don't worry. You'll still be able to call in. You will still be able to call in, but I'm going to put the phone on hold for just a second because I want to bring this topic up. This is, I don't know how many of you remember, but I'm certainly old enough to remember. In the late 60s, early 70s, the fad was everybody walked around with these bracelets on their hand, and inscribed on the bracelet was a prisoner of war from the Vietnam War, and it would have the person's name, rank, which branch of the service they were in, and the last day that they were seen. And I'll tell you what, we wore them with pride, okay? No one knew if we were ever going to hear from that person again. And it was a sign of solidarity. It didn't matter what side of the field you're playing on. One thing we could all get behind was we were all worried about our prisoners of war and not knowing their future. My uncle was over in Vietnam, spent 40 days in a foxhole that was overtaken by the Viet Cong. It's, I mean, the stories I could share with you about him. But God bless the men and women who volunteer to protect us. The ones who go overseas, the ones who put their lives on the line so that we can continue to do whatever the hell we want to do over here. Know that there are people who love this country, who have given it their all, so that we can continue to know freedom. Today, folks, today is POW MIA Recognition Day. And I want to thank my dear sister, I want to thank my dear sister, CB's daughter. She made this video, and we're going to take a look at it right now. And I thank you, CB, for sending this to me. Let's have a look at this. In fact, I may just play it twice because it's short, but it is important. These people are not forgotten. They are not forgotten. Hey, I want to take a second to say hello. I want to take a second to say hello to my little sister, who is in the audience tonight over there at D Live. Trin, it is always a pleasure to have you with us, sis. Little sister of mine. Little sister of mine. Great to see you. Okay, hang on a minute. What is going on? Why isn't this opening with... Oh, there it is. There it is. This is what I wanted. Okay. We will be back after this short intermission, and we will resume taking your phone calls, talking about literally whatever is on your mind. I'm so glad you are aboard the mystery ship this evening. Thank you for being here. Let's get a gander. Let's get a gander at some of the beautiful people, shall we? Why not?
I hope the day will be a light, a highway for friends I found on every road. Can you ever think of seems to me a crime that we should hate. These fragile times should never slip us by. A time you never can or shall erase. As friends together watch their childhood fly, making friends for the world to see. Let the people know you got what you need. With a friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends up there, then everything's alright. Making friends for the world to see. Let the people know you got what you need. With a friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends are there, then everything's alright.
One thing that I am very, very proud of about this show is that it is based on friendship. This show is an offshoot of like the Joey Mormon program and the Craig Mason reasonable TV program. A great many of the people who originally populated the show were all in the chats together elsewhere. And I said to myself, you know, I know all these people. I see them all. And the only way I know them is by this teeny tiny little picture on the screen, the size of the eraser on a pencil. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be wonderful to see a bigger picture of these people and to get to know them? And that's where the idea for my first cross-country motorcycle ride came from. I said, you know what? I'm going to go around the country, and I'm going to meet these people. And the truth is, the very first year that I went out, I began broadcasting the minute I started hitting the road. And the people I was meeting were the people in the Quite Frankly chat, the people in the Craig Mason chat, the Joey Mormon chat, the Red Pill 78 chat. I reached out to all these people and said, hey, I'm going to be in your neighborhood probably in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Let's say we get together for a cup of joe somewhere. And that's really how it all started. The friendships I now treasure with some of these folks are 4 and 5 years old, and I wouldn't trade a minute. I wouldn't trade anything for the time that I have spent getting to know these wonderful folks. And I have to tell you, when you're a lonesome rider riding along on your Harley, and you get a text like from Crazy Chuck with a K. I'm riding along one Saturday morning and I'm listening to my brother Uncle Krusty. And Chuck's in there and he says, "Zo, you know, when you get to Toledo, reach out." Well, as luck would have it, I had just left Michigan. I had just left Artist 61's house where I spent the night. And I'm riding south on whatever highway it is that goes through Ohio. And I see in Uncle Krusty's chat, Crazy Chuck with a K says, "So, reach out if you get anywhere near Toledo." And I look up and it says, Toledo on the freeway. Toledo, next 5 exits. I mean, that's really, truthfully, a lot of it is serendipitous, just like that. Just like that. And over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, I have met some of the most wonderful people, and I treasure my friendships with them. I gleefully sit and edit those videos with your pictures of you wearing your shirts. Boy, I really need to redo. Boy, I'm way overdue in redoing my shirt videos because I've gotten a lot more shirt pictures, and I will ask if you are someone who has received a shirt and you have not sent me a picture, would you consider doing it? Send me a photo of you wearing your shirt because I'd love to have you in that video. In that video, the opening video that I'm going to recreate. The audio is just pathetic. Oh, it's so bad. It is so bad. Well, look right here. We have an incoming call, a wonderful incoming call. Let's see who's joining us on the line. Well, looks like I wasn't fast enough on the draw. I missed it by that much. Here it comes again. Do I have you this time, Sailor?
Hey, Joe.
I gotcha.
LT.
LT, how's it going, my man?
Oh, I just thought I'd call and say hey, and how in the heck did you break your foot? I didn't hear about that.
It's pretty crazy, dude. I thought I sprained it. I stepped on a there was a offset in the floor. The one of the contractors was supposed to come in and bring in, those concrete pumps, a big hose. He was supposed to pour this floor in the side of the school, raising it up a couple of inches so it was level with the rest of the building. And, they never got around to it. So I was walking in and out of a hallway that had two different elevations and wasn't quite looking what I was doing. And I stepped half on and half off. And when I turned, my ankle just folded underneath me.
Ouch.
And I thought I sprained it. I really did. I walked around on it for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, I mean, it hurt. It hurt more at that point than it did when I first did it. And Mrs. Zoe was like, "Just get your butt down to the urgent care and have them do an X-ray." And so I did, and I broke it in 2 places. So that explains why I've been hobbling around anyway. Kind of funny. It was crazy too because I had just come off of a absolutely lovely weekend with my brother and sister. Hadn't had a chance to hang out with my brother and sister in 5 or 6 years. The three of us together. It was a great weekend. My sister's looking at some property up here in Oregon, and they may get themselves a little second home up this way, which I would love. But we had a wonderful time together, and I came home that day, and I had that Monday off, and I'm thinking, oh, man, this is beautiful. And wouldn't you know it? So now I have the old black boot, and, it'll heal. It'll heal.
Yeah, it
Kinda
just takes
crazy.
us a little longer at this age.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, that's kind of what I chalked it up to. I thought maybe the reason it still hurt is just because I was a little older and maybe I don't heal as fast as I used to. But it became painfully obvious that it was more than a sprain. So yeah, you'll have some of that. The bummer isn't right now. It is beautiful motorcycle weather, and man, there's a big rally tomorrow. There's a big rally tomorrow night right here in the local area, and I was going to attend. I was to see if Mrs. Zoe wanted to take it in, and what the even better thing is there's a chili cook-off, and I might still go. I might still go and make my $50 ZOSO's famous $50 chili and enter it because the people I talked to said, yeah, I went to it last year and the ride and everything was great, but the chili just wasn't that good. So who knows? Maybe I could win a trophy tomorrow for my chili.
Yeah, I think they're having one of those down here over in Rockland too.
Man, pretty crazy. Pretty darn crazy. How's
They
everything
get
in your
chilly and
world, brother?
tired. Oh, same stuff. You know, when you're retired, whether you want to be or not.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you telling me that, you were, what you do is so specialized, and you'd think that there would be a niche somewhere for you. I guess they're giving it out to the younger folks these days.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, my man.
Oh, it is what it is. I gave up a long time ago.
Well, man. Anyway,
Just roll with it now.
Hey, it's always
and just watch the clown show.
yeah, dude. It is the greatest show on earth, and we got front row seats, baby.
Oh yeah, and we're all players.
Yeah, just no kidding. LT, it is always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to hear from you, my friend.
Well, you take care and heal up, buddy.
Hey, thanks for calling in, man. Always great to talk to you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. My brother, LT57 FSH right there. We have ridden alongside each other on the freeway a couple of different times. Great. Always good to hear from him. He's got a beautiful, beautiful bike. Imagine Peggy if she were blue and had a few more bells and whistles. That's what he's got. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous machine. There's pictures of him. He's out there. He's in our break videos. He's both of our bikes parked together. Great dude right there. Great dude. I wanted to bring something up. Oh, Mad Pogue says, Zoe, can't you ride biker chick style on the back seat with Mrs. Zoe driving? The new seat's too far, right? A twofer. The new seat's a twofer. That is true, Mad Poke. The problem is, the bike weighs over 800 pounds, and Mrs. Zoe has a little bit shorter legs than I do. So, although she could drive it, and I have every confidence in her driving it, her legs aren't as long as mine, so I would have to put my feet down to kind of hold the bike up from the back seat. And with my left ankle being what it is right now, man, I just don't see it as a possibility. But we could still go to the event, and I could cook my chili and take first prize. So I have to see. I have to see if I'm going to be able to do that. I have the form that you fill out to enter. And I would have to enter tonight. I think tonight is the last night to enter. So we'll see what happens. Bruce Q. Wayne in the chat. Good to see you, Bruce. Maddie's mom, how are you doing? Always a pleasure. Angry Mary is with us. Prayer Warrior Girl has dropped in. Dave Mick. Oh, man. Great to see you guys. Great to see you. Spazzo Yeti. Man, we've got some great sailors hanging out here. Great sailors hanging out here. I need a trike for a backup. Boy, you know what? I'm running out of room in the garage, John, but Zoe's riding bitch. It's true. I always said one day when I either lose my balance or lose whatever, my faculties, I'm halfway there now, I will not give up riding. I will just switch from 2 wheels to 3 wheels and get myself a trike. But I'm spurred on. I have met so many riders this past summer, just before I met Mad Pogue in Wisconsin. Just before I met Mad Pogue, I was riding through, an incredible amount of rain. It was raining so hard I couldn't see the cars in front of me. It was horrific. And I looked up ahead and I saw an overpass, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull underneath that overpass and just wait wait for 5 minutes and see if this rain even partially subsides. And I pulled underneath there, and wouldn't you know it, there was already a biker under there, a biker with a trailer on his bike. And he looks over at me and he goes, "What you doing, whippersnapper?" I look at this guy, I go, "Whippersnapper? I'm 65 years old." He goes, "Yeah, well, I'm 80. This guy was 80 years old, and he and his buddy had just come back from Alaska. They rode their motorcycles through Canada to Alaska at 80 years old. Pretty impressive. That gives me hope to just keep on keeping on. I love riding. I love riding across the country. My big dream, once I have conquered all of the U.S. and seen every back road and nook and cranny throughout the country, I want to ship my bike over to Europe and start in, like, Gibraltar and ride over through all, right over to, I'll have to take a ferry, but I could get over to Britain, ride through England, and then take another ferry, get over to France, and then ride through there, through Italy, through Germany, Belgium. That's on my bucket list, and I assure you, that's going to happen. It's going to happen. Mrs. O may have to join me for that one, and I'm going to have to start saving because that's going to be an expensive little ditty right there. But man, just to say I did. And then, truthfully, if time and money allow me the opportunity, the big one is Australia. I've got some friends down under, and man, I would love to ship my bike to Australia and ride in the outback. That would truly be special, very special. Calvin and Hobbles. Olaf, you're a funny man. You are a funny man. Oh, baby. That is great. That is great. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, folks. Well, look, it has been a wonderful little journey. The foot is starting to bother me a little bit. I think I'm going to count my blessings and probably end the show right here. Right here. But before I do, we always have a little gift giving to do. And why would tonight be any different? Why would tonight be any different? The wonderful folks over at Pilled Foxhole have been donating all night, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. Once again, thank you to Sloan TV, to Dave Mick, to Spazzo Yeti. Oh, Spazzo claims a bronze tier from Prairie Fire. That is freaking great. That is all. Thank you, Prairie Fire, and congratulations, Spazzo Yeti. Madness Comic Network, thank you for your support of this program. LT, as always, thank you, my brother. And Due Diligence, dude. And Sloan comes in with another bit of shades. He goes, ZOSO's World Traveler Fund. Thank you, my friend. Thank you kindly. I'm going to release the scratchin' over there. It is hereby released. It is coming your way. So go ahead and scratch that itch. Let's take a look at what's going on over here in Lemonland, because we've had some absolutely wonderful sailors donating here tonight. Gloria Paddock saying sweet dreams, Zoso and sailors. Looks like she's turning in, as I am. Willie Fixit, thank you for your support. John Rogers, of course. TL Spuds, Syllabore, Bad Zoot, Jayla 17, Cab 7 Ben, Willie Fixit. Thank all of you guys. Thank all of you for your continued support of this program. You are just nothing short of amazing. Let's get a gander. Let's get a gander at that treasure chest and see if we can. put a little something, something in that treasure chest for you people to win. For you people to win. Okay, let's go like this. Okay, submit. Submission complete. There it is, the dingo. The dingo ate our ZOSO dude. Okay. All right, folks, I have ponied up in the chat, in the treasure chest. Here comes your chest. It is coming your way right now. I want to take this moment. I see the people are winning scratch-offs over there at Pilled Foxhole. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. Glad to see you winning some gold pills back from your donations. Even Amethyst Cat snuck on over. Good for you, Miss Kitty. Good for you. Hey, Brother Zoe even picked himself up a little something, something. How about that? How about that? Crazy. Just freaking crazy. Over here, we now have winners. Holy smokes. Look at that. Bad Zoot. Good for you, darling. Bad Zoot, T.L. Spud, Syllabore, John Rogers, and Amethyst Cat. Fantastic. Fantastic. May I remind all of you that each and every Saturday, including tomorrow, I host what is, truthfully, one of the best classic rock shows out there. I have recently widened the boundaries. Yes, last weekend, when I did my show, besides playing classic rock, I decided to expand the program and included some punk rock and new wave. And I got such an amazing response. I got it in the form of texts. I got it in the form of emails. I read the chat, and everybody said, Zoe, dude, you need to do this more often. And I decided, what the hell? I was talking with Mrs. Zoe about it, and, you know, I love classic rock. I always will love classic rock. And there's certainly plenty of songs to keep it fresh each and every week. But the inclusion of punk rock and or new wave, I dug deep in the coffers and played some really unusual stuff and got just nothing but great responses. So I'm going to be doing that every week now. I'm going to be including new wave and punk in the middle of the show. Just why treat it any differently? It's music. It's music that came out at the same time as the classic rock that we listened to already. And, you know, the entire reason for my show is to preserve the music that just doesn't get played anymore. And it doesn't. But thank goodness there's dorks like me who remember that stuff and want to keep it going. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, I've got some great Devo lined up. I've got some more SVT. Oh, my goodness. I've got The Germs. I found a couple by The Jam. Those of you who remember, there was a great group, 999. Oh, man. I've been doing some digging this week, and tomorrow is going to be a very fantastic show on Pilled Foxhole and on D Live. Typically starting around 11 a.m., but I may go earlier tomorrow. I may go earlier so that I can participate in the chili cook-off that starts about 3 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. But please, come join me. Come join me tomorrow for my classic rock show. It means the world to me that you were here this evening. I'm going to find a beautiful video of the wonderful people that watch this show. Where are they? Open with, there it is. Open with media player and bingo. Whoa, baby. Volume down. Okay, volume down. Come on. There we go. Let's go here. And there. And here. All right. All right. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out with me. It is so much fun to be back. Now you know what happened to me. Now you know. Thanks again to everyone who donated to the program. Thank you to the mods who keep the chat so warm and groovy. I don't know where I'd be without you. Really. I don't know. I'm going to dig up a little jewel right here. I'm going to dig up a little jewel that we love to listen to because that's what this show is all about. It is all about the sailors. Have a great freaking weekend. Know I love you. And we'll see you tomorrow. My friends, we will see you tomorrow.